Okay, so I have done 4K HDR settings for Samsung Q8FN, but I do see that some of you are also wondering what type of settings should you use for your TCL 6 series, TCL R617 series from last year. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm using for the movies. Remember, this is only going to work for HDR and Dolby Vision format. That's because TCL supports both Dolby Vision and HDR. So I'm going to show you the settings that I'm using. I'm using a one movie still from a Dolby Vision movie, Justice League. It's a Wonder Woman. She's saving the people in this cathedral, or I don't know where this is in the movie, in the beginning somewhere. Maybe it's not cathedral, maybe it's some kind of a courthouse, who knows. Anyway, doesn't matter, but it's one of the scenes in the movie, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what settings I'm using. All right, the first thing first, the TV brightness, it's something that I felt should be left at normal. The reason I felt this way, it's because the movie shouldn't be, too bright or too overblown with the white bright levels. Because this TV, let's face it, this TV is not the brightest TV, so there's really no reason for you to crank up that brightness too much. Okay, it's not a QLED TV, it's not like a high peak brightness TV, so there's no reason for you to really crank up the TV brightness all the way high. So I felt for the movie on HDR, it's good to leave it at normal. And I felt the same way for the HDR picture mode, to keep everything at normal. So this is what I recommend. Normal for the brightness and normal for the HDR mode. Picture size, it's always direct. I want to have a direct ratio, original direct ratio, so keep it direct. Let's move on to advanced picture settings. Of course, this is something that always should be kept on. Local contrast, local dimming, it's something that should always be set to high. You should never ever touch this. You should always keep this at high. Backlit maximum, brightness 50 at middle, contrast maximum, sharpness at 0. Why sharpness at 0? That's because you already have a 4K content at the best possible detail. No reason for you to be moving the sharpness all the way high. In my opinion, it's best to keep it at 0. Color, keep it at 50 because you already have a good color gamut here. No reason for you to be oversaturating the colors. Color temperature for the movies, guys, keep it at warm. If you want to enjoy your movies, keep it at warm tone of color. Everything else, you can keep it at standard. Natural cinema, I use this to give me a little bit of better natural cinema. Basically, it's this automatic filter that regulates the brightness on the TV, so it doesn't look too bright. It regulates that brightness so it looks kind of down middle of the road. So when you're watching it at night, it has a little bit of that dimmed brightness. So that's pretty much what I'm using, guys. That's pretty much what I'm using here. It's only a 5-minute video in 4K. Remember, you can't see through the camera how this looks. I'm doing this video to show you the settings. So go ahead, use these settings, utilize these settings, and let me know. Just remember, these settings should work pretty much for both the HDR and Dolby Vision. I would highly suggest that you use these settings. So let's recap this really quick. TV brightness normal, HDR picture mode normal, picture size direct. Moving on to advanced picture settings. Local dimming always at high, backlit 100, brightness 50, contrast 100, sharpness at 0, color at 50, color temperature warm, and natural cinema on. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching.